Hey everybody, Spencer here again, back for another new video, and this time doing something a little different. I want to talk a little bit reaction to the news that they may be working on a Supergirl movie. This, for me, was met with a little bit of excitement, a little bit of apprehension, and I'll kind of explain a little bit about that. I think I look at this as from a couple of different ways. So you'll notice I got my S family shirt on today. So as a dad, super exciting news. I love the idea of taking our daughter to go see Supergirl in her very own movie. I think that's awesome. From a world building view, I'm not quite sure about it, honestly. I kind of would like to see her get introduced in a Man of Steel sequel, whether that's called Man of Steel or Man of Tomorrow or just Superman. It doesn't really matter to me. I think that there's something to be said about building out that world and using her to sort of build Clark's understanding, but using both of them actually. So Clark will get a better understanding of Krypton from Kara's experiences there. And then also on the flip side to that, Clark can help introduce Kara to the other heroes within the DC universe and to sort of normal life on Earth. So I see, some really interesting things coming from both sides of that. I think too, looking at storylines, there's a couple of really good places where they could adapt from. I think that Brainiac has been on the short list for a lot of Superman fans to see in a live action movie. And there was a great Brainiac story that featured both Supergirl and Superman that was done by Jeff Johns and Gary Frank a number of years ago called, aptly enough, just Brainiac. But it was fantastic. It really delves a lot into Brainiac's connections to the world of Krypton and how he sort of affected Supergirl's worldview at an early age, and how that could kind of play off there. So you can kind of have the best of both worlds there, where they're both a little bit of fish out of water, and that Kara is trying to teach Clark about what Krypton was like, while Superman is trying to help her adapt to Earth. I also think that helps springboard her off to her own movie at some point in a really effective way, sort of along the lines of how Black Panther and Spider-Man were introduced in Civil War. I see kind of a similar thing there, where she has the benefit of not necessarily right from the get-go having to carry the whole movie herself. While at the same time, then, if the movie's put together in a good way, leaves people really wanting more, then she's in such a great position then for when she does get her own solo movie. Now, that said, if they want to do a Supergirl solo movie, I think that's great. I just really want to make sure that cousin relationship between the two of them, that family bond, I think that's such an important part to both of their characters. And it's something that doesn't get explored a lot on Supergirl's TV show. So I think that would be great. And if I'm being perfectly honest, I just want to see my man Henry Cavill again as Superman. I think that he has been waiting to just kind of be in the kind of movie and give the kind of performance that really everybody can sort of say, that's Superman, that was great, and I think I think it's time for that. As far as casting ideas, I think the name that keeps coming up to me, and I know that she's on the short list right now for Black Canary, but I keep going back to Blake Lively. I think that Blake Lively would be great. She certainly has the look of Supergirl. She's got sort of a very all-American natural look, and just a great personality from everything that I've ever seen with her in movies, but then also on talk shows and things like that. She just seems like a genuinely nice, friendly, and based on some of the social media shenanigans she does with Ryan Reynolds, she seems very funny too. And I think all those things would serve a big screen Supergirl really well. And the other thing too that I don't think she gets enough credit for is her tough side. So it's escaping the name. The name of the movie is escaping me right now, but the shark movie that she was in was really it was fantastic. I wish I could think of it right now. But essentially, she's sort of a surfer that is stranded, and there is blood in the water. A shark is kind of circling her, and she's sort of running out of time and just has to sort of outlast the shark. Fantastic, though. So unfortunately, I don't know the name. You have to look it up. But between that, between her look, between her personality, I think that they would knock it out of the park with her as Supergirl. So I'm all in favor of Blake Lively. So we'll see how it goes. This is obviously the too early reaction, but exciting stuff, and definitely would welcome any comments or thoughts that people have that watch the video. Hey, thanks everybody. Have a great week.